Hey, I'm glad you're here. Hey, listen, in this video, I'm going to be going over a unique opportunity in an industry that has yearly sales of $458 billion that I had no idea that it was that big of an industry. Hi, everyone. I'm Dale McCarty, and the reason you're seeing this video is more than likely that I believe you're an individual that would find the information I'm going to be presenting something that you would like to take a look at and might have an interest in. Now, a little bit about myself. If we've never met, I live right now west of Chicago, about an hour and a half, what's considered the far western suburbs. I grew up in southeastern Illinois in a small farm, and I'm an owner of a credit card processing agency called Advanced Payments Network. I also have a consulting business, and I also have two businesses that I'm a member of. One I'm going to be talking about today in this video, and I'm also an investor in a couple of other businesses. And one thing I do when I get into any type of business, when I got into my credit card processing, I evaluate, look at the industry, do my due diligence. I just don't jump in. I don't take somebody's advice. I don't jump into something because of the hype of everybody, the people saying, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Everybody's going to want this. I don't fall for that. I do my own homework. I take my time, and I make sure this is a valuable, lucrative business. And this is what I've done with this opportunity that I'm presenting to you here today. Now, this is a direct sales networking opportunity. Now, that's not for everybody. Some people won't want to be part of this, but obviously I'm sending this to you because I feel that you might have some interest in this. Now, you could be somebody that's in the network marketing industry. You could be in direct sales, MLM companies. You could be an affiliate marketer. I'm going to send this also to people in that industry. Now, I don't want to drag this video out too long. I'm going to get right to the point. To give you some numbers on this, let's give you a comparison. I looked this up, and the whole entire network marketing industry, that's including the big companies, the biggest companies in the industry, the Amways, Melaleuca, Pampered Chef, let's say Mary Kay, I'm sure some other big ones. Those companies do, a few $1 billion a year in sales. Most network marketing companies are in the range of, they'll do $7 million to maybe $100 million a year in sales. The whole industry worldwide, network marketing industry, there's two different numbers I've seen. Anywhere from the low end was about 180 billion a year up to 250 billion per year in total sales. The industry that our company's in has total sales of 458 billion. Roughly, if you take the high end of 250 billion in network marketing, roughly this industry has $200 billion more per year in sales than the entire network marketing industry combined. So kind of just wrap that around your head. If you look at, if you look at Melaleuca, which is the big company, and we use some of their products. They got great products. My wife absolutely loves their hand cream. They have their hand lotions, fabulous stuff. I love their laundry detergents, good stuff. They do, I think, roughly around $2 to $3 billion per year, right? So this industry I'm going to talk about is just a massive, massive industry. And the industry is in the collectible market. Now, what does that entail? Well, that entails everything. As you probably, first thing that comes to your mind is probably people that collect baseball cards or comic books, right? Those are absolutely. So sports collectibles is huge in the collectible industry. It could be anything from that to watches, to coins, to stamps, Cabbage Patch Kids, Star Wars collectibles, Star Trek collectibles. What else? Collectible records and albums. Could be Legos. People collect Legos. Train collectors, you name it. Barbie's big right now. Barbie collectors. Anybody collects anything that you can imagine. This is what our company is going to be selling. Now, when I got into this, I didn't know much about it, and I just seen this opportunity about a month and a half ago, and I watched a video like you're watching now that somebody presented to me, and I was really intrigued about it. So what I done, the timing worked out perfect. I went to the National Sports Collectible Show in, they call it Chicago, but it's actually in Rosemont, which is north of Chicago, not very far from from O'Hare Airport, at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, which is a really big convention center. So I thought, I'm going to go to this thing and see how big the sports collectible industry is. And I was honestly, I'd never been to it before. My son had been to it. He collects some sports cards, and he does some in the Magic the Gathering. He has a big collection of those cards. He said it's big. He said, I went to it about 5-6 years ago, and it's a big show. So I went to it, didn't really know what to expect. I've been to a lot of trade shows. Over the years. some big ones too, but this just blew me away. I mean, the amount of people there was just amazing to me. I got there right when it opened up at 10 o'clock, and there was a line to get in. I mean, you had to actually wait in line. I already pre-bought my ticket online. I had to wait in line to get checked in. Then when I got into the main area, it was just the vendors and people selling collectibles, and just the massive size of some of these companies, and the number of people was just, it was just over the top. I was planning on staying for most of the day. I was going to collect business cards from the vendors and talk to some people about what we had going on, because after I'd been there just a short time, I knew, well, this is a huge industry. I'm definitely going to sign up with the company. And about 2 hours later, 12 o'clock, I finally had to leave because it was so crowded. You really couldn't even walk. I mean, there was no walking room at all, hardly. You couldn't talk to anybody. You couldn't really get cards. It was just a mass amount of people there. And I'll put some videos, some pictures I took here in this video so you can check it out. And the amount of collectibles they had some very high-end stuff there. One company's called Golden, and they're an auction company, and they just basically sell higher end products. They don't sell like, you know, $30 cards or 50. They sell the 10,000 to 500,000 million plus dollar items. They had some Tom Brady jerseys there that sold for, one was estimated value, or it sold for $500,000, a signed jersey. They had some Michael Jordan shoes there for $100,000. Another company had a Joe DiMaggio signed baseball bat. They had just the very high end items. Now, and honestly, after I left that convention, I went out in the car, and I was in the parking garage, and I didn't even wait till I got home. I got on my phone and I signed up right away, because I knew this is just crazy. This is just this was just sports. It has nothing to do with the other collectibles. There was no comics there. There was no, you know, say Cabbage Patch Kids. There was no Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. Nothing. It was just strictly sports collectibles. And the event broke an all-time record, which was set 32 years ago back in Anaheim, California, of attendance. And I looked online a few days later, and they said that roughly there was over 120,000 people showed up to this sports collectible event. So that kind of gives you an idea of the mass amount of people that are interested in collecting items. And again, this is just sports collectibles, so you can imagine comic book stores, conventions, any kind of collectible conventions there are. There could be, you know, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, train collectible events. You could go to flea markets and find customers or people interested. So kind of break it down how this is going to work and how you can make a profit in this. How I would, you know, translate into network marketing is that you can actually make money, make a profit, just getting customers and not having to do the traditional network marketing where you sign up people, get people on your team, and you got to have, you know, person here, and then build a whole team of people, which was traditionally the only way you can make any money in network marketing. Now, not saying you won't make more money doing that with this company. You can, but the benefit of this company, unlike any other network marketing company I've seen, is that you can actually just strictly have customers and earn a commission when the customer goes to your site that the company gives you and they become customers. Anything they buy from there on is you're going to get a percentage of the sale. Now, the name of the company is called Collect Direct. And I'm recording this on August 21st, 2023. And as of August, the company's just signing up people to be team members. We're not even, the online store is not even opened up yet. The online store is going to go live on September 1st, 2023. So we haven't even sold anything to any customers yet. Now, they have sold some packs for us that are interested. They're $276, but you get this pack, whether you want a sports pack or Pokemon. I think they might have Legos. They got like 12 different categories you can buy a pack in, and they're just throwing some random stuff in there. Some people are getting double their money back, if not more, on their packs. So they're just throwing random stuff in these boxes and just sending them out. They're just like, you know, a mystery box you're getting, right? So people are really excited about that. And then coming up in September, the owner, Dave Jordan, he's going to give the people that sign up this month and get their pack, he's going to give us additional pack or something for just being the first founders of the company to sign up. Now, how this company got started, this is what really intrigued me. That's why nobody in the network marketing industry has been able to do this. No other company's been able to even try to do this, is because Dave Jordan, the owner of the company, started getting in the collectible industry 40 years ago. He's been in his whole life. But he started just building this massive collection 40 some years ago. So he would go buy, you know, some rare collectible items, but then what he would do and how he got such a huge collection, he would buy individuals' collections out. So if somebody, let's say, passes away, or they just want to sell the collection because they need money, or they're moving to Florida, or they're retiring, or they have to go to a retirement home, and they have this huge collection, he would go in and just buy their whole collection out, everything they got. One price, boom, he'd buy everything. And he'd become well known across the United States as the go-to person to buy collections. He would also buy, say, a comic book store, or a sporting goods collectible store goes out of business. Or the owner just wants to sell the business and move. He wants to retire. He'll go in and buy the whole entire store out. Everything, lock, stock, barrel, buy everything they have. And that's how he's been able to build this massive collection that it's believed to be, possibly could be the largest collection, personal collection in the entire world. But it is known that it is definitely the largest collection, the personal collection in the United States that one person owns. And he has this collection in 3 large warehouses in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And I have a video, if you're interested, I got a video I could show you, send that to you also, to show you the massive amount of items that he has in his warehouse. And it's items that he's never even opened up yet. I mean, he's not cataloged all this stuff. He just buys semi-loads of items. They come in on pallets, in cases, never been opened, and just stored them. Just kept storing them on racks. You know, they're on racks maybe 3 high. Just put them up there, and they sit there for maybe 20 years, maybe 10 years, 30 years. They've just sat there, and nobody's ever even looked at them in all that period of time. So he has things he don't even really know what he has in some of these boxes. There's unopened packages of, like, the Topps baseball cards you used to get with the chewing gum inside. They're maybe 30 years old that have never, maybe 40 years old or older, that have never been opened up yet. Unopened packages. And this is why this is such a unique opportunity. Nobody else has ever been able to do this. And the first thing I thought was, well, okay, this is great, but what happens 2 years from now when most of his stuff is sold off? Well, that's not going to happen, because he understands this. Dave's a businessman. He made his fortune in network marketing industry, had his own company started up, and he had something like $400 million a year in sales, and he sold the company off. But he kept, year after year after year, his wife made a deal with him and said, you know what, I'll just need $5,000 a month to pay the bills, so we have some little bit extra money, and you could take the other money and you could do whatever you want with it. And so he put all of his money, a lot of his fortune went into building this massive collectible collection, if you will. And that's how we're able to do this in a network marketing setting. Now, the exciting thing about this is, like, you're probably thinking, well, like I did, like, how are you going to get customers? Well, what you do is you go to the trade shows, you go to the expos, you go to the comic book stores, you go to the comic book expos and the sporting good expos, or you go to flea markets where there's, you know, people selling different collectible items, or you go to the fairs, county fairs. And what we're going to do is get business cards made up that has, you know, the company name on there, of course, logo, have on there your independent distributor. And what they're going to come out with is a QR code that will be a $5 discount on the customer's first order they place. And you can say, hey, have you heard of Collect Direct? And they'll probably say, no, I haven't heard about it. Well, hey, you know what? Here's a card. Just scan that QR code and you'll get $5 off the first order. Now, this is from our founder, Dave Jordan's personal private collection, which is the largest collection known of in the United States and possibly the whole world. You can go there and buy anything you want, from sports collectibles to Hot Wheel cars to Star Trek to watches to stamps to coins. Anything you can imagine is collectible. You can go there and check it out, and you'll get $5 off your first order. And once they go in and sign up, put their email address in their name, and they go into the site, then they are locked in right there as your customer for life. If they buy $50 this month and don't buy anything for 6 months, they buy another $50, $100, you're going to get a percentage of everything they buy. And he's going to have everything from, you know, low priced items all the way up to maybe $1 million items on this site. So it's really exciting. I mean, I honestly have a hard time sleeping at night. I get so much my brain just keeps going. I'm laying there at night, how I can market this, how I can sell this, thinking the number of customers you get, because you can, like I said, you can actually build this by just getting customers and have them just constantly be customers buying things on the website that the company gives you. Now, here's the thing you're probably wondering, well, what's this cost to join? It's a yearly fee of a whopping $9.98. And I'll say that again. So you heard, I had the guy I talked to had to tell me this twice. $9.98 a year, and that's it. That's all you have to do. $9.98 a year. You're a team member, and you become a independent distributor for Collect Direct. Whew, I'm really excited about this, man. I hope you see the vision of this and the opportunity this could be. And one thing they're looking at is this could possibly become the next eBay type store for collectible items. And that's where a lot of people buy collectibles now, is they buy and sell them on on eBay. They're thinking this could possibly turn in to a massive way or another way for people to buy collectible items instead of just strictly basically going to eBay. So if you found this interesting, if you'd like more information, like to get on a call, hey, just let me know. My number, I'll put it across here at the bottom, is 815-757-0620. It's my cell number. And if you have found some value in this, you want like more information, just send me a text, say, hey Dale, watch your video. I'd like to get more information, and I'll get back in touch with you. So thanks for watching, and take care. Have a great day.